Hello friends and greetings from Iceland. It was back in spring 2022 that we visited this place called Kourion. It's in the very southern tip of Cyprus, a Mediterranean island which is currently an independent state partially occupied by Turkey. Northern part of Cyprus is under the Turkish occupation, as you know, but we were only in the Greek part of Cyprus, the independent state which is part of the European Union. And close to Limassol, in the very southern tip of Cyprus, you find this beach and place, also archaeological site is here, call it Kourion. I highly recommend it to visit once you have time and once you are there. It's one of the most popular beaches close to Limassol. And on the top of the mountain where I took off, you find the ruins of an ancient city by the same name, Kourion. It was known as Kourion in Latin, Kourion in Greek. It was an important ancient Greek city-state on the southwest coast of the island of Cyprus. In the 12th century before Christ, after the collapse of the Mycenaean palaces, Greek settlers from Argos arrived on this site. In the 17th century, Kourion suffered from heavy earthquakes, but the city was mostly rebuilt. The Acropolis of Kourion, located 1.3 kilometers southwest of Episkopi and 13 kilometers west of Limassol, is located at the top of a limestone promontory near 100 meters high along the coast of Episkopi Bay. Kourion archaeological area lies within the British Overseas Territory of Akrotiri and Dekelia, and it's managed by the Cyprus Department of Antiquity. Right below Kourion, down the mountain, you find this amazing beach. That's where we are flying, which was largely empty due to the weather back then in April when I was there, but otherwise on good weather days it's full of people, as you can imagine. And I will tell you a bit more about the history of this place. The earliest identified occupation within the Kouris River Valley is at the top of the hill. The settlement of Sotira Tapas, located 9 kilometers northwest of Kourion. This settlement dates to the ceramic Neolithic period, 5,500 years before Christ. The Kingdom of Kourion, a southern Cypriot kingdom, was established during the Cypro-geometric period, around 750 years before Christ, through the site of the settlement, though the site of the settlement remains unidentified. In the year 58 before Christ, the Roman Council of the Plebs, Concilium Plebis, passed the Lex Gloria de Cyprus, fully annexing Cyprus to the province of Cilicia or Cilicia. Between 47 and 31 BC, Cyprus returned briefly to Ptolemaic rule under Mark Antony and Cleopatra VII, reverting to the Roman rule after the defeat of Antony. In the year 22 before Christ, Cyprus was separated from the province of Cilicia, being established as an independent senatorial province under a proconsul. Under the Romans, in times of Christ, Kourion possessed a civic government functioning under the oversight of the provincial proconsul. Inscriptions from Kourion attest elected offices that including archon of the city, the council, the clerk of the council in people, and the clerk of the market. The various priesthoods, including priests and priestesses of Apollo Hylatis and the priesthoods of Rome. It is thought that Kourion flourished and quality of life increased due to the good trade with the rest of Roman Empire. In the first to 3rd centuries, epigraphic evidence attests a thriving elite in Kourion, as indicated by a flow wreath of honorific decrees. and dedications, particularly in honor of the emperor, civic officials, and provincial proconsul. During the Diocletianic persecution, Philonides, the bishop of Kourion, was martyred in 341. The bishop Zeno was instrumental in asserting the independence of Cyprus Church at the Council of Ephesus. In the later 4th century, Kourion was hit by 5 strong earthquakes within a period of 80 years, as attested by the archaeological remains throughout the site, presumably suffering near complete destruction. In the late 4th and early 5th century, Kourion was reconstructed, though portions of the Acropolis remained abandoned. The reconstruction included the ecclesiastical precinct on the western side of the Acropolis. In 648, Arab raids resulted in the destruction of the Acropolis, after which the center of occupation was relocated to Episkopi, 2 kilometers to the northeast. Episkopi was named for the seat of the bishop Episkopos. The site of Kourion was identified in the 1820s by Carlo Vidua. In 1895, the British Museum conducted the first quasi-systematic excavations at Kourion as part of the Turner Backcoast excavations. So this is how the area of Kourion looks from the air. I hope you enjoy this footage. I wish you all the best, peace and blessings from us, and God bless you.